Ninjas, I wanted to take you through what we're looking to feel, recognize, and understand and educate when it comes to working our core. So we've designed a hip high-intensity Pilates program for you. What does that mean? Our core, if I can describe it, the best way it was described to me, and I've felt it for 25 years, it makes sense. Imagine a soup can. When you've got your soup can, the top of our soup can is our diaphragm, so it sits up here. The sides of our soup can is your transverse abdominis. So you'll hear Tiff and I talk about transverse abdominis a few times. That's your corset. That's the one that protects our lower back. And our pelvic floor is the bottom of the soup can. So when we're talking about breath and I'm saying lower it down or lighten it, we're looking at when you can feel that you're pushing out on the abdominis. So if you're breathing in at the incorrect time, or you're finding that the weights are too heavy or gone a little bit too strong, and if you look down and you see your abdominals actually breathing out or pushing out, we actually want to try and reverse that. We want to scoop it down. So in a standing position, a nice way to get into your core is bent knees, because we have from standing to kneeling to laying on your back. So if in a standing position, when you take your bottom backwards and into that tilt position, I'm allowing my abdominals to hang out here. So it's very difficult for me to switch on my abdominals here. What we want to do is we've got the hinge, but we're needing to reverse and pull the front of the pelvis in towards the rib cage here. When I'm connecting in with my rib cage to my hips, I can squeeze up through my pelvic floor and draw in through my transverse abdominis. So pelvic floor is coming up and I'm squeezing the sides of my soup can. So that's in that standing position. One way to also check it is to have a play around with getting into your pelvic tilt. It's very important in Pilates what your pelvis is doing. Not so much standing up, but definitely when we come down onto the back. Okay, so in the same position, when we're into our kneeling positions, you may find that having your toes connected to the back actually gives you a bit more connection. You've got a wide space with your knees. And from here, when we're in that hinge position, we're not letting the core hang out. We need to tuck the front of the pelvis in towards your rib cage to minimize that position. And sometimes I'll cue it as having a rubber band from your hip bones into the under last ribs, and you want to pull that in here. Beautiful. So our third final position is down onto your back. When we're down onto your back, we're going to have the same thing. So it's a really nice position to learn what's going on with your pelvis. If you're only just starting to get into Pilates, give yourself a bit of time to learn all of this as well. I've been doing it for many, many years, but it did take me a little while to learn what the pelvis connection was. So as a really good example, this is fantastic, ninjas. This is the best way to do it. Lay on your back, create space in your lower back. So we're all naturally different through our spine, so I'm not needing you to arch up or do anything extensive. Just push the pelvis in the different positions. See if you can get a bit of space under there. Now test here, it's not a trick, but see how strongly you can pull up through your pelvic floor and your transverse abdominis. It's going to be very challenging. So sometimes in the Pilates workouts, you need to pull that in. So we want to keep that tucked in. So if you feel that you're getting towards the end of the round and you can feel that there's lower back space and you're struggling to keep your core on, then tuck it in. And then on the final one is you want to curl it in, little bit of an imprint through the lower back, whether your feet are up or feet are down, squeeze and lift through the pelvic floor, drive in your soup can of your transverse abdominis. So it's good to play around with the different positions. Enjoy your workout through high intensity Pilates.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love our health and fitness program. It's a holistic, fuss-free lifestyle with daily coach workouts, family-friendly meal plans, and practical mindfulness. Head to mytxo.com to sign up today.
Fly like a bird, light as a feather. Make your way down onto the floor for this one. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through Pilates push-ups. They are very advanced. Remember your levels. You can go on your knees, 4-point kneeling, or knees or toes, or you're going to be following Tiff, which is going into the chest squeeze, the exact same muscle group in a different variation. So if you're going to come with me on your Pilates push-ups, we have nice wide fingers. We're going for 3 repetitions. Toes are in together. Curl under the tailbone, pelvic floor transverses on, shoulders are down away from the ears, chest is up forward. Breathe in through the nose and hold. Breathe in through the nose and hold. Breathe in through the nose and hold. And exhale all the air out of the abdominal cavity, going down and hold. Down and hold. Down and hold. Really want you to exaggerate that breath out for me, ninjas. Make this one audible to yourself, where you can hear it, and break. Come down onto hands and knees. Beautiful. Going into the most classic Pilates exercise, your bird dog. We're going to go for 3 reps on the right and left. Inhaling, right hand, left toe along the earth as you're pulling up through your pelvic floor transverse. Lift and disconnect out of the earth. Not thinking about going up nice and high, think about long. Extend. Beautiful. Bring that down onto the other side. Switching over, keeping that core switched on. If I was balancing a little ball or roller across your spine, it wouldn't be dropping into the floor, and lowering it down. Beautiful. We're going to go one more time each on that bird dog. So extend out on the inhale, breathe in through the nose. Extend up nice and long through here. Beautiful. Bringing it down in the center. And last one. Connect and disconnect. Think about reaching those fingertips that are even a little bit further. Those toes are further. Beautiful. And coming down. Okay, if you're following along with Tiff, you're going to come back up into your circle. This time circling from squeezing from the top to the bottom. And if you're with me, you're coming into your high plank. Toes about hip width apart. Lower one knee into the floor and drive it up. Ninjas, when you're following me, you don't want to move your hips. So that knee drop is going to be super controlled and stabilized through your core, where the hips stay level. One more on each side. Inhale down, exhale, extend. Inhale down, exhale, extend. Well done. Coming back into our bird dog. Resting through the shoulders. We're going to have a slight difference on this bird dog. Starting on your right side, extend your inhale along the floor, lifting up through. Holding here nice and long, keep looking down at the ground. Extend out, left leg goes slightly 45-degree lateral and right. Not too far that you lose the stability. Bring the hand and foot back in and change sides. Inhale along the floor. Exhale, extend up nice and long. Taking it out to that 45, you'll feel your glute medius switch on. And we're going to do that one more time on each side. Breathing in through the nose. Lift up. Reaching those fingertips and those tippy toes a little bit longer. And again, if I had a tray of champagne flutes on your spine, they'll still be there for me to have a glass of once you've finished your bird dog. And down. And beautiful. Tiff is going to take you through a stretch. We're going to finish off with our 3 Pilates push-ups. So you can come with me on the Pilates push-ups or do your chest stretch. Toes in together, shoulders lean forward. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Remembering you have modifications. You can be on your knee on this one as well. So if you're still wanting to do your Pilates push-ups, knees, and there's 3 different levels. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Last one, exhale up. Let's all come into our chest stretch together on our knees, grabbing hold of our hands in together. And drive up through the chest. Beautiful, done. And if you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, make sure you head over to mytxo.com. Bridge, build, make your way down onto your back. We all know this one. You can choose if you want to use your glute loop band, feel free. I do believe that the set is pretty advanced and pretty strong as it is, but by all means, you can use any kind of band around there if you wish to. I today am not going to. Curling your pelvis in towards the chest and continue to take your hips up away from the earth. In this position, you want a nice straight line from your knees through to your shoulders. Hands are allowed along the ground. T-zone is set. From here, I'm going to go lower down for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. I just wish that you touch your tailbone to the floor and then curl it back up. When you're at the top, we're not just raising and lowering those hips. Think about curling the front of the pelvis in towards your chest. So you're getting that nice good squeeze of glutes at the top. Good, so here we want to squeeze. Slowly down, slowly up. We're going to go for 4 counts each one. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying at the top here. We're going to chop that in half. 2, 2. Down, 1, 2. Touch, up, 1, 2. Beautiful. Keeping that T-zone switched on. 1, 2, lower. 1, 2, rise. Last one at this time. You probably know what's coming up. We're going to chop it in half again. We got singles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What's left is little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The glutes are burning. 3, 2, 1. Stay here. You've got another round in you, ninjas. 4 count down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. You should be able to push through this. Take a break if you feel it in your lower back. But I want you to push through that glute muscle burn. Beautiful. 2 more. Lovely. Last one. Slowly down. Don't race me through. Stay with my timing. Now 2 count down, 2 count up. 1, 2. Curl it up. Getting that good squeeze of the glutes. Keeping your core on. Squeeze and lift up through that pelvic floor. An imaginary line, hip bone to hip bone, drawing that line in towards the black. Last one at 2, 2. Beautiful. Into our singles for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5. They will be on absolute fire. You're building your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Our singles are done. Doing our pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Youch. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 10, 9, 8. I surprised you here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Give your knees a squeeze in towards the chest to relax through those glutes. Well done.
Want all the tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your Bounce Forward Challenge? Well, simply click the link below and fill in your details. You'll not only get all the goss on the challenge, but you go into the draw to win TXO weighted gloves, an exercise mat, and a really cute TXO visor.
How about we sail away, making your way down onto your tush. Coming with your dumbbells, holding them in front of the chest. We're going to, whether you keep your heels, remembering every day is different when we train, keeping the heels down. If you're feeling super advanced or super strong, feel free, I invite you, you can lift your heels up. I'm gonna keep mine down onto the floor for now. Bring our dumbbells in together, inhale, T-zone set, curl under through the pelvis, nice straight spine, lowering back. From here, I want you to drop a shoulder over to the side on your inhale and exhale back into the center, over to the other side. Beautiful, we're gonna stay here for 4. And if this is a bit too strong for you, I invite you to stay up and into that seated position. You can do this on a chair. What you're trying to do is keep your pelvic floor in transverse while we're going through the movement. 1 more. So keeping the core connected for whatever you do in your life. Beautiful, stay here for me. Bring your dumbbells out to the side and extend out and in. 4, 3, so we're really challenging our core here with the arms, and if it's a bit too much, you don't need to take the arms out too far. Stay here. We're now going to go diagonal for 4, 3, and if you need to, sitting up and taking a break through that spine. Beautiful, and last one. So you can float in and out of the position if it's a bit much. Build up to the whole boat or V-sit position. A little bit of a challenge here. What I want you to bring your chest and bring the roller onto the chest. You need to curl up. So we're going to keep your chest connected to our roller. And from here, we're going into your scissor kick. Go for a single, single, double. Beautiful, 4 to go. Single, single, lower back, stays down on the ground that whole time. If today is not your strongest day, that is definitely okay. You've already pressed play, you're already with me. Minimize the legs. Terrific, we go for the last one, single. So the idea of the roller is you don't have to use a roller, you can use any prop that you've got around the house. You're looking to get those legs attached. So keeping that strong connection through there. Beautiful, we're gonna go through one more round. Grabbing your dumbbells, holding with the chest. Now let's go to our opposite side on this one. Again, if you want to elevate up, you've got 2 or 3 options. Both heels on the floor, one heel or two. Inhale over, exhale into the middle. Inhale over, exhale into the middle. Good. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Watching out for what your lower back is telling you. Stay here, bring our dumbbells out to the side for 5. So if it's stressing out your back, I invite you to sit up for this round and then drop into the next round with us, which is our diagonals. Last one here. Beautiful. Sitting back and going into your diagonal for 4, 3, 2. How's that pelvic floor transverse? Don't get caught up on what you're doing with your arms and not worrying about with your core. You're here for your core, placing your dumbbells down on the ground. So watch out if it gets a bit fancy, drop it back a level. Main thing is pelvic floor and transverse is on. Keeping your roller or your block or your book or whatever you're using to keep that beautiful, making sure you get that nice extension here. Single leg lower, single leg lower. Here's your double. You go to your limit. You might be feeling strong, you might be having a bit of a weaker day. As I said, it's okay. Most important part is you're working to keep that lower back imprinted into the floor. Our shoulders are still held up. Ninjas, you've got one more in you. Let's go. Single, how straight can you keep those legs? Doing your best. Every time we train, every time we press play. Well done. Roll it down. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you jump onto mytxo.com for further videos. Welcome to your spinning planks. We have 2 levels through this one, as we're going to do through the whole program. One is quite challenging, one is intermediate level. So we're going to make our way down. If you have a roller, grab your roller. Tiff's going to show you the version without the roller and a lower modification as well. So Tiff is going to go into her child's pose and then coming forward into cobra. What we're going to do on our roller is leave the roller on your shins. Now coming up onto your full hands, drive up through the pelvic floor transverse, glue those legs in together for 2 reps, slide back, keep the control, drop your chest into the floor, come forward, pull. Lovely, one more here, drive back and pull. Fantastic. Now if you're on the roller, you're going to walk that roller underneath your shins, and if you're on the floor, come into 4-point kneeling position. Fabulous. Come down onto the elbows and going from your leg kick back, so we're both going to do it together. Heel, point and down. Heel, point and down. So you're elevating up. This is very challenging on the roller. If you need to, go onto the floor in the same position. Let's go one more time each side. Heel, point, lower. Heel, point, lower. Fabulous. Staying on the elbows for me here. Coming into a double knee drop if you're on the roller. And you're going into a single knee lift over on the floor there, Tiff. So we go for 5, that's it, small knee lift. 2, keeping those shoulders down away from the ears, keeping that core on. And last one here, fabulous. Now we're all gonna do the same thing together here on this one. Pull back into your child's pose stretch. Have a moment to breathe. Got very intense on that round. Nice deep breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth here. And wonderful, sliding your hands in, coming into stretch called thread the needle. I'll get you to take your left arm down and through, trying to reach those fingertips that little bit further if you're able to make your way all the way down. Lovely, coming back up and going onto your other side. Reaching those fingertips down, only go down as low as you can go and what feels comfortable for you today. Fabulous. Okay, we're going to go through that again. Coming into the child's pose cobra, or bringing your shins up into a very advanced movement of swan to cobra. So here's your cobra, lifting your chest up out of the earth, pull your shoulder blades down, roll back, keeping your core switched on, big reach out, come forward. Wonderful, one more here. Drive back and coming forward and going onto the elbows, going into that heel point kick. So coming down onto elbow plank or staying up into that 4-point. Heel and point and lower. Heel, point and lower. One more time. Heel, point and lower. Heel, point and lower. So from here, you're either going to lower your knees down into the floor from the plank position, or you're going to elevate your knees up off the floor. So if you're on the roller, roll in and just shuffle that roller away from you. Try not to let your hips drop into the floor, so keep them elevated up. 2 more. Lovely, 1 more. Core is strong through this round, beautiful. And coming off the roller if you were. Pop it off to the side. Time to calm down, come into child's pose. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And done.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love our health and fitness program. It's a holistic, fuss-free lifestyle with daily coach workouts, family-friendly meal plans, and practical mindfulness. Head to mytxo.com to sign up today.